Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. I'm hoping this is going to be a big treat. This is Guinness's Foreign Extra Stout. Guys, I did this beer back in 5 years ago, 2012. And I thought it was the best Guinness beer I'd ever had. And I've had a couple of different versions of their stuff with the wedges and without them and different versions. This one is actually produced in Ireland. It's not produced in Canada or anywhere else. This one actually comes from Ireland. This is a 7.5% ABV beer. And I think the ones that come from Ireland are the best. They're it's just my opinion though, guys. I think that's where Guinness is from, and the beer is brewed there. I want to drink what these guys are drinking there. I don't want to drink something that's brewed in Canada or somewhere else. It's like 5%er, and they're taming it down for that audience. No, give me what those guys over there in Ireland are drinking. That's what I want to taste. Like I said, I did this 5 years ago, back in 2012, and I thought it was outstanding, guys. I was very impressed. Well, take that with a grain of salt, because my palate has advanced quite a bit since 2012 with all the beers that I've done now. Just like yesterday's beer, I thought was an A beer when I did it 6 years ago, and it was a B plus beer now, where my palate is now. So just because I gave it a good grade then doesn't mean it's going to get one now, and vice versa. There may have been some beers that overpowered my palate that I didn't give a good grade then, that I would probably give a better grade to now. So it all depends on where your palate is and what you like and what you're accustomed to drinking, and especially with the stronger beers. So let's see what this brings to the table nowadays. It's a It's a year-round offering from those guys. A rear-round. Says here on Beer Advocate, Foreign Extra Stout is brewed with generous hops and roasted barley for a bittersweet balance and full-flavored natural bite, developed for global export from Ireland. The addition of extra hops ensured this stout would arrive in perfect condition. Today is enjoyed by millions around the world. I don't doubt that. Like I said, not sure what this is going to bring to the table, but I was very impressed 5 years ago when I had it for the first time. So, we'll run over to Untappd. They have it listed as 47 IBUs. And Rico, my brother, sent me this, and the writing is so small on this, guys. And I got a feeling it does have a stamp on it here, but I cannot see it. I'll take a closer look at the bottle when I come back and see if I can read the date code on the back of it. Let's see what Rico sent on this one. Guinness Foreign Extra Stout, 7.5% foreign export stout with 47 IBUs. Purchased a few days ago. It was $10 for a 4-pack. He said there's a digitized code in white ink on the bottom of the back label. Not sure if it's some type of Julian code, but he couldn't find any date on the bottle. So, of course, this is 7.5% stout, so it's going to keep for a while. There's no mention of it being brewed with any kind of coffee or anything like that, so I can't think of a single reason why you could not sell this for a while if you so choose to. So, let's get the cap off of it, see what we got now. Nice hiss. A little bit of smoke coming out. And while I pour this, I'm going to go down the center on this one, as long as it don't produce too much. It looks like it's going crazy here a little bit. Let's back off on that. General chocolate dessert digestive. Meat is smoked meat and grilled meat. Glass water pint, back on a tumbler snifter. I got my favorite snifter. And it says here can be sold for a long period of time, guys. Very nice looking beer. Very, very nice. Just the right amount of head, about a little over a finger of head on that pour. Great looking beer. This is not a nitro. Like I said, there's no widget or anything in the bottle. It is pitch black, guys. I'm not getting any kind of red rubbiness down through here. To the nose we go. Rich roasted malt, caramel, toffee, molasses. There may be some dark fruit in there once it warms up. I'm getting a slight hint of that. Bittersweet chocolate. Smells absolutely wonderful. It really does. And a lot of people drink Guinness, but I don't know how popular this particular version is, being a 7.5% and an extra. They call it a Guinness Extra Stout or Foreign Extra Stout. Smells great. Let's type in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Rico. That's very nice. Now, it's no huge whopping 8, 9, 10, 12, 15% like a lot of the Imperial stouts are, in bourbon barrel aged on top of that. There's a lot of those around now, where there wasn't 5 or 6 years ago. But you know, that trend has caught on, and everybody's doing that style, and they are very impressive. This has no bourbon or anything like that in it. That's very tasty. Yeah, if you have some bourbon sitting around, you could take a little jigger of that and throw a shot of that in, and that would kick it up a notch or 12. But right now, it's got a nice mouthfeel, a nice creamy mouthfeel. It's got a very nice body, medium. There's no off-putting flavors. Alcohol super well hidden for 7.5%. We just now need to come up to room temperature and see if we can taste any kind of dark fruit or anything else in the beer. So let me sip on this for a tad, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. I still think this is the best beer Guinness makes. I will say that. I'm not quite as impressed now as I was 5 years ago when I did it the first time. I looked at the date code when I got back, put my glasses on. I can't make heads or tails of the code that they're using on the back of this bottle. If I could read that month and a year, or year, month and day, or however the Europeans and the rest of them do, Canadians do, they reverse a year and a day and a month all around. I couldn't make heads or tails out of it, just like Rico couldn't. I would like to know what that code means, and you might be able to go to the website or decipher it somehow. But, you know, it's really easy just to put 17 the month and the day, or the month, day, and the year, instead of putting some kind of silly code where you have no idea what it means. And that carries a little bit of weight, even though it's a stout. It's not going to go bad. You can sour it, but I'd like to know when the damn shit was put in the bottle. That's just me. That's my OCD. I want to know that. Maybe you want to do last year's version, this year's vertical side by side, or 2 years back and this year's, to see how it matured and how all that stuff comes together in the beer. But I do think it's a great beer. I do. It's a very tasty beer. I think it's the best beer that Guinness makes so far as I've had. So, but not quite as impressed as I was 5 years ago. 5 ago. Rich roasted malt, bittersweet chocolate, some black molasses, some licorice, slight hint of some dark fruit like some plums or dates or something like that in there. Very enjoyable, very nice beer. Rico, thanks again, my brother. I do appreciate it. Like I said, not quite as impressed as I was last time, but I do think it's a well-made beer, guys. The alcohol is super well hidden, very tasty beer. Before I get into this, the ratings, I'm gonna tell you my rating. I I'm not going to give it an A this time, guys. I think it's a B plus beer, and I'm going to give it an 89. That's where I'm going to put it in the scale. If I could read the date on the back of it, I would probably go up to the A minus rating. But I cannot decipher that code. And I didn't go to their website. I didn't jump through any hoops trying to figure it out. They could print that on there a little bit better than what they're doing, but they choose not to. So I choose not to give it a better grade. That's just me. B plus, 89. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 91. If it had a legible date on the back of it, I would probably go there. It does not. Over to Untapped, they have it at 3.68. That is in their B range, not their B plus range. I think it's better than a B beer, so that's why I'm giving it what I'm giving it. That's all of it in a nutshell there, guys. But like I said, I do think it's the best Guinness beer that I've had from those guys over there. They're foreign extra stout, very tasty, very nice beer. If you've had this beer from Guinness, let me know what you think. Like I said, I'm not quite as impressed as I was 5 years ago, but I still think it's a very well-made beer. I think it's a very tasty beer. I think it's the best beer that they make that I have had. So, if you've had it, let me know what you think, guys. Until we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.